It doesn't even seem really like a Friday night, but it is. Anyway, okay, all these links are good. That's good. That's good. Okay. Oh, okay. So I was on This Might Be Risky. Well, I frequent that show because man, that show brought a lot out of me. I dance um on my and release it on my channel. I did that like once in 2011, and I'll probably repost it just so you guys can see it. But it didn't really start to become a thing that I regularly did until This Might Be Risky came on the YouTube scene. So, I mean, shout out to DJ Hamp for kind of like bringing me out of my shell. My history behind dancing, my shadow steps, is that I go to clubs. I've been clubbing for about like 20 some, what am I, 44? Like 21, 22. Like I've been out there in the clubs and bars since I was like maybe 22 years old, something like that. Like I'm 21. When I turned 21, I started buying alcohol and just bringing it to the house and drinking with friends and stuff like that. When I was 22, 23, that's when I just started discovering like bars and clubs and music and the dance floor and things like that. I wasn't always the dancer that you see. Whether you think I'm good or bad, who cares? But I wasn't confident in dancing the way I do now without that experience. So I kept going out. I kept listening to music back then. The music back then was different. You can dance to a lot of music back then. I was in bars and clubs dancing it up till 2 in the morning till the bar shut down. The last song, if it was a banger, I was the last one on the dance floor. And I would leave the club or the bar with my shirt soaking wet. I mean, soaking wet. Like I went through a car wash soaking wet. My face was dripping with sweat. My shirt was dripping with sweat. My pants would be dripping with sweat. And sometimes, I mean, I remember catching colds because sometimes it would be cold outside. So I'd have to jump into my car, turn on the heater in order to kind of prevent me from like, getting shivers and stuff like that. But I was younger back then and I was faster back then. If you think the way I dance is quick or fast, you should have seen me 20 freaking years ago. I was, oh my God. I'm getting tired just thinking about it. But I was faster, I was youthful, I was full of energy, and after a few shots, you can do anything. So so yeah, I was pretty quick back then, right? So yeah, but anyway, shout out to This Might Be Risky for bringing that back out of me. I didn't know I still I mean, I still go to bars and clubs and I still dance there, but the idea to hit the record button as I was dancing to some music, that was really DJ Hamp will have some music sets sometimes. He'll be playing some music and I'm like, this is pretty cool. But then we had like dance contests and all that, and virtual dance contests anyway. And it was pretty cool. So I mean, like, I kind of liked it. I mean, kind of liked it. I really enjoyed myself. So I mean, I can never appreciate enough or repay enough for him bringing that kind of me like out into the open and exposing all that. I mean, I can't really. I mean, he still has some clips of me dancing and stuff like that. When you spend $100 or something like that on a super chat. So that's really like, I mean, please, anything of me dancing. I mean, he has my full blessing and permission to use. I mean, he's directly responsible for bringing this out of me. So I'm forever grateful. I don't make money off of dancing and releasing clips anyway. So I mean, if someone's getting him a super chat or something like that, and he shows a clip, use anything he wants. I really, I just can't. That's me appreciating what he did for me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I was on This Might Be Risky a few weeks back. Was it a few weeks back? maybe 2 weeks, something like that. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it was earlier than today. I was talking to this younger woman on this panel, and I found her view on men refreshing. I found it. I found it to be a agreeable point of view that I wanted to like kind of get a deeper understanding and idea, right? So I kind of wanted to dig into the mindset of like, yo, what makes you think the way that you think? Like, because there's not a lot of you out there talking the way you talk. So I'm gonna go. That's what we're looking at now, and I wanted to go ahead and play that and get you guys' feedback on, hey, do you agree, not agree, da, 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 da. So let me skip like into like a minute to where the conversation is actually taking place, because right now there's like a preview, but um I don't want to, we need to dig right into the conversation. Oh, hang on, let me share my screen. I keep forgetting to do this. Let me share my screen. Let me close one of these tabs out. This tab, share, and good. And let me push play. You speak and make sense. They don't make a lot of you. So where I'm just curious. Like you've heard it from some. All of this knowledge you spitting out or whatever it is was from somewhere. I'm just asking where was that from?
I think that, well, one, I had a dad, so like I understand like the male perspective. Like I had a dad, I have brothers. Also like I've majority of my life I've been taken care of by black men. Like black men have, provided me with a specific type of luxury in life. Like I've had a good life. And I've been taken care of. So I think the fact that I had a period in time where I was like coddled and like I was taken care of. And then I had to be pushed into the real world. So I went to college. I graduated high school in 2020. So I was the COVID year, didn't really get a graduation. And then I didn't really have a freshman year at college. So I had to really like transition into the real world and really like get myself ingrained. And going through college and everything like that, I just learned the nature of women through my female friendships. And I think just all of that, and I'm also in a relationship right now, so just all of that, just I think it all hones into like why I am the way I am and I speak the way that I speak.
Okay. So it shaped. So it sounds like with a relationship with black men, like shapes and molds your perspective,
Mm-hmm.
and because it sounds like you have like this healthy respect for black men. That's I don't, let me use the right word, refreshing. We don't hear a lot of you out there talking about, well, what about how the men feel and what about the relationship, da 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 da. Like we don't hear accountability either. We don't hear a lot of women talking about, hey, it's the women that's the problem because of A, B, C, and D.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of rare, but it is refreshing.
I think, well, when it comes to women, I'm so hard on women, so I am the way I am with women because I am a woman. So like I don't really like to focus on like I understand and I'm able to engage with and empathize with black men because I've been, raised by and taken care of by black men. But when it comes to women specifically, because I am a woman, I tend to try to focus more on the like our impact and how we, our outlook on our outlook in society. Like I care about the female image, so I really try to speak to the women just through my own experience, like with my female friendships and female familial, like family relationships and everything like that. Just my own experience, it makes me really want to speak to women for real. Like I gotta focus here,
Right.
especially because I am a woman. So I gotta focus. Gotta really
Got you.
focus. on.
All right.
Hey, hell.
No. All right.
My bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
Alexis, you hit us with the all right. Enough's enough. Talk your shit.
First of
What's
all,
up, Texas?
howdy. So good to be with y'all. I feel some of what Leah was saying from the fact that I have a similar experience that I have a dad still. But there's other women who have dads or had the same experience and they still had the opposite effect of what she said. So EBD was doing a lot of like acting like EBD, look, I got love for you, but you know you was throwing some straight BS. There are women that are talking about same things. One thing that, no disrespect to the young whippersnapper since I'm a dinosaur. No disrespect, but experience says a lot. Like that's why when you fill out a job application, they want you to have experience a lot of times. They ask you for that, like experience. And I think majority of women and people go through things and it changes their thoughts and why they feel the way that they feel on a topic. This topic being the dating pool. I don't think that the dating pool is shitty. I think people are shitty, and a lot of times your dating pool is shitty because you are shitty. And so if you got to take a moment and recalibrate and think, why am I attracting all these shitty people? Or even maybe I need to get out of this shitty place to get around some clean toilets. I don't know. But what you're not about to do is try to act like EBD, like this, like Leah's just spitting some straight facts and you 44, going on 54. We're not about to do that. I know you like that she was talking. Maybe it's the glasses. Maybe it's like, oh, she's smart. But no. Now, thank you. Tenderism. You should have did that part. Because that's how you look when you say but just saying that there was a lot of stuff that was going on in this conversation. That's why I came up here. Y'all know y'all over here like just straight BS. And y'all over here, Uno talking about the girl that cheated on him and took her back and saw it acting like she didn't cheat, but she did cheat.
Never know. See, now let's run the camera back. We asked the question, and I said I did. Never said I did.
I love you.
Never said I didn't.
Lex,
but continue.
Lex, why are you hating on Aaliyah?
I ain't hating.
What you mean?
You know what I'm saying? Respect.
What you call it? You call it something else? What you call it?
The truth. She's young. She doesn't have any experience enough. She in a relationship now, so her mind frame is from that. And I mean, who said it earlier? Anything from high school? Uno, you said that high school don't count. Like, so look, off of that premise, I'm just like, there's no way. There's no way that
About cheating.
the dinosaur is going to sit up here and be like, oh yeah, like it makes sense. Like I said, I got a dad too. I had a dad.
So do you disagree with what she was saying this evening?
I disagree with the premise of the fact of what EBD was coming up here like, oh, you're speaking in some real facts and nobody else is talking like that. Yes, there are females talking about that in your age group, EBD.
So you agree with?
I said that was a minority.
Oh, hold on. So let me ask the question. Do you just?
Yeah, so right now, Aaliyah was talking about accountability that Black women need to take for the men that they choose, and how that reflects poorly on their personality because in the context of a relationship that may turn toxic, you can't just blame the men and call them narcissists and all kinds of names without looking inward and finding out and asking the question, is it the men that I'm choosing or that I attract? You have to stop and do some self-reflection. So she was speaking on a whole lot of things, then, and I'm like, wait a minute, you talking about holding women accountable for their part of the relationship? So I've never heard that. It's not that I never heard it, but you don't hear that on the daily. You don't hear it anywhere. Not every day, and you don't hear it from young women either. You don't hear it from young women, older women. Like, you don't hear that, like period. So I'm like, wait a minute, where are you getting this from? Where are you getting this education from? Where are you getting this healthy respect for men from? Like, where do you get this? So she explained that to me, and that's what the question was, because I was like, I'm like, it's kind of refreshing to hear it. But so Alexis was like, I guess, like, what she was, I want to say that it was kind of like triggering for her, like, oh yeah, well, uh, so everyone's listening to her, and we're like, okay, do you disagree with what she said? What exactly do you think is like bullshit? Like, we're trying to get to the bottom of that. Now, I can't do it as effectively as DJ Hamp can. So, I'm just, I'm making a bunch of faces and stuff like that at what she's saying. But we're trying to get to the bottom and the crux of her argument or disagreement or what have you. So this clip is called "Come See Me in 5 Years. Are older women preying on the downfall of younger women?" with a question mark. So this might be risky. That's the title. You can go ahead and navigate there and know what I'm talking about. And then but I'm just going to continue this so you can like kind of hear it.
Disagree with what she was saying, Alexis?
As far as the dating pool part?
Yeah, what she was saying about women and women's disposition and such?
Not exactly. No, not exactly. I don't agree all the way. Like
so
I said,
I guess my question is, when you say there are women talking like that, and he was speaking of it positive, you're saying no, they're all women his age talking like that. Do you include yourself in that pool of women that talk like that?
Yes.
So then you don't disagree with her. So then why come when he giving her flowers to say, all right, that's enough flowers? Why?
Because I'm
no.
at my point in my age, because I've had experience. I don't think that she's had enough experience to really be like, oh yeah, this, that, and the third.
So you think I'm lying?
It's likable.
You think I'm lying?
No, I didn't say that at all. I didn't say that.
So what you saying? If we agree,
agree,
and if he giving me my flower, what's the all right? Like, what's that about?
Exactly.
Especially you an older woman, so you should be like, yes, that's my young sis speaking at you. For me, that's how you're supposed to be, and that's not how you are right now.
Yeah, you're supposed to do. I think you're supposed to do that thing they do. They be like
clock it.
Little.
You got it has to be solidified.
He was already clocked it.
No.
I'm being realistic to say that I think her age, she could speak from that point now, but I would like to see what that point would be in about 6 years.
Oh, God.
But why you gotta sow that negativity? Like, for me, I'm saying the right things now. So you should be speaking like you should want me to still think like this 6 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be trying to see.
And that's the finesse.
But it's not gonna be like what I should think. I'm telling you, which is that in some years from now, I would like to see how that point of view may shift. That's all.
You know,
if it shifts to a negative light, are you gonna be happy? Like, you're gonna be like, I told you so.
Right.
Like,
no, because
it's interesting.
If it stays the same, then I'll be like, oh, okay, and I still would like to see how it would be in some years after that.
You know, how it comes across though is like, we'll see once you experience these men or the dating pool, which doesn't seem very overwhelmingly positive. Now, the reason why I believe her stance. Now, I use believe because believe can be, if you understand the etymology, right? Because it comes from her foundation of her father. You see?
No.
So, what I'm saying is it had less to do with experiencing men and being treated well and being loved correctly by her father and being protected and taken care of by her brothers. That's saying, oh no, I see men like this because the men in my life treated me as such. It doesn't come from the men outside of that, you see? And so that's the part where it has a little bit more substance than just a woman just regurgitating some shit. She lived it.
I did too. And I know other females who have the same foundation and they still are on the opposite end. So, I mean,
don't you think they might be on the opposite end because of the decisions they chose to make in their life? Like they did, like it's things that go into that. So because of the decisions I've chose to make, you know, I know I'm young, and I know I'm young. You keep honing that in. So because of the decisions I've made now and the experience I've lived up to now, this is the way that I think, and I think the way that I think is I think it's the right way to think. Now, how other people may figure what's right and what's wrong, that's up to them. But I think the way that I think is right, and you know, I don't want to think differently from how I'm thinking now later in life because I'm bitter or broken. Now, if I go through things in life and, you know, I end up getting hurt or anything like that, my outlook on life shouldn't change because of the things that I've experienced. I should still be able to be a woman in a relationship and be a good woman in a relationship, irregardless of the hurt that I felt in my life.
You should.
So I feel
correct. Yeah, you should. Correct. But
and I want to have this way of thinking when I'm your age or when I'm anybody else's age.
Yeah, and you should. And I think a lot of people don't think that they would change their mind because of where they're at right now. And you are correct. So I'll give you your flowers. It shouldn't change. But there's things in life that will happen that can make it change and can just shift it. So again, I'm gonna stand my ground that I would like to see where it in some years from now, if it's still the same. So
is your problem that I respect her because she has a healthy respect for Black men?
No, I don't have a problem. I didn't say that I had a
problem. No. You're saying that I'm on some bullshit, but that's the kind of shit I'm on. That's why I asked her what I asked her. Like, where do you get this perspective? Because it's a healthy respect for Black men.
Oh man, hey. Oh man, hey. We'll hate, man. That's like an art form, man.
Is that what you think is bullshit? The healthy respect for
no,
Black
because
men?
I have a healthy respect for men. Like I said, I had a dad and a mom.
So then why do you say my perspective is bullshit?
Because me and you have been on these panels and we've heard other women speak similar. So for you to say it like, oh, what you're saying, and so I'm like, oh, that's some bullshit.
We've been on other panels.
Yeah, we've heard women speak similar
sentiments. No, we have not.
Come on, EBD.
That's a minority, not a majority. That's why I say it's refreshing, because she's a minority, not the majority. You think hang on. Give me a percentage. How many Aaliyahs are there with this perspective and mindset? How many?
In her age group?
But pick one.
Yeah, well.
Some moms want to build income from home. They just don't want to post.
All right, that was a commercial. Let me mute it and let me skip it. And now let me get back into it.
Let's talk about my age group though. How many of you think is talking like this in my age group?
Right.
I don't really care too much about how many is talking like that.
That's the issue.
Just call it out that. No, it's that I don't care. Like, because
you don't care. You should.
Yeah, you should care.
You should care.
As an elder,
you should care about the future of younger women getting in healthy relationships.
This is what we're talking about, right here.
I talk to the women underneath me, and we have.
Okay, so this exchange right here, she has a healthy respect for men, and she has a healthy respect for Black men, and that is not what we are seeing all over the internet. That's not what we are seeing in real life. We do not encounter this perspective, and we do not encounter this perception. And from what she's talking about, how she was raised, we are not hearing these type of stories from your average woman or average Black woman or what have you, which is why I say it's refreshing, because she is in a significant minority of being in a healthy relationship and having a healthy perspective on men at her age. So this shade that she's trying to throw, oh, well, like I said, DJ Hamp was trying to get down to the bottom of it. Like, what is it that you have a problem with exactly? And I think the problem is, well, do you disagree with what she's saying? What do you disagree with? Oh, well, I don't disagree. Oh, okay. Well, why do you say I'm on some bullshit? I agree with what she's saying, and I want to know where it comes from. Oh, well, there are other women and on other panels who say something similar. And I'm like, nah, that's bullshit. You on some bullshit. No, we don't. We don't hear. I said, how many, or give me a percentage of how many women are thinking and speaking in this manner about men waking up in the morning with this. And of course, she's not going to answer the question. But then she said, I don't care. And the other men joined in and saying, you should care. You should care. You should care about younger women having a healthier perspective on relationships and men, so that they can be better women in relationships and in the context of a long-term relationship that can turn into a marriage. That's the problem. And instead of being honest and saying, oh, well, I'm just triggered that you're giving her flowers and that she's speaking this way, instead of being honest, it's like all the shade of, well, we'll see how you think in 5 years when you've been in all these toxic encounters and and that's what really is the crux is. So, hey,